Because if you don't know, so obviously the Diddy sentencing is... So we're recording this on a Thursday. The Diddy sentencing is tomorrow. So that's even more things are going to happen tomorrow, which are absolutely mad. Mm-hmm. And a lot of people have been writing letters to...
The
judge, basically. I know Cassie wrote one basically trying to say that she doesn't feel safe. She's had to move her family. And then Young Miami writes a letter as in to say... And I think she ended with like, Judge, that's a good man. And so that... I don't know what that man's dick has done to her. Do you know, it's probably the money,
it's
the
not
lifestyle, the opportunities.
The
she
power.
got a whole flipping podcast out of her thing with Diddy.
She got countless opportunities by being
it's the opportunities and it's the life.
She managed to go to the Met Gala.
Yeah, you think she would be there?
No.
It's because of him, man.
But Young Miami, she's, I'm sorry, even though, yes, I do like her, but she's the perfect example of... You can take the person out the hood, but you can't take the hood out the person. Even with the money you have, you still act this way.
It's just like, babe, that's a good man. I'm joking.
Don't get me wrong, like, be proud of where you came from, but you can be like a Cardi B. Like, Cardi B is who she is, but she knows how to act in certain environments. Do you know what I mean? But... Yeah, sorry, go on.
Yeah, so basically, so that this beef was just basically escalated into other things, but so obviously the Diddy sentencing is tomorrow. So I wanted to do like a prediction of how long you think he's gonna get.
Okay.
Realistically. So apparently I read a thing that was basically a judge was basically like some people are pushing for him to get like the 20 years. And then some are saying that because of the time that he's already been in there, so basically that will add up to his sentence. So he just gets like a short time, and then they'll basically deduct it, and then he can like come out. So I wanted to. How long do you think? Let's put in a prediction now and see like who gets closest to it. So in the next episode, we can be like, who was closest to? Who was closest to what they think?
Okay, I personally feel like he will get 2 years.
Okay.
In prison, and then like. Actually, okay, let's say, for example, he'll get like 5 years in total, and then they'll deduct the time he served, and he will spend 2 years in jail, but will spend the rest on probation.
How long has he been in jail? Has he been there for like 2 years? He hasn't been there for 2 years, has he? It must be like a year.
Maybe coming to 2 years, maybe like a year and a half.
Damn.
Because didn't he not get arrested in 2024?
I feel like it was last year. Yeah, it was 2024.
Oh, then maybe it's been just over a year there because it was like end of summer.
Yeah, I don't actually think he's been in jail for that long.
Yeah. So yeah, I think he'll get overall 5 years, only have to serve 2 and then probation the rest.
Yeah.
How about you?
Do you know what? I think he might get like 14 months.
Oh yeah.
Maybe even like 8 months. I actually don't think I think maybe even potentially he could come out by the end of this year.
That would be insane.
It would be insane, but I wouldn't be shocked.
That would be insane.
He will probably get maybe like he might come out like end of next year. That's probably my prediction, or like 2027.
Or maybe they do that thing where it's like they sentence them to 10 years, but then after 8 months they get released.
They get released.
Yeah.
And then he goes on some sort of house probation thing, and he gets to like be at home with his family and all that. But it's gonna be really interesting to see how he's taking it. If I'm being completely honest, and it actually pains me to say this because I want better for my people, but I also know how we are. I think in terms of like white establishments, like big things like Grammys, all these sort of establishments, I think he's going to get cut from those. But knowing black people and how it can be, everyone is going to open their arms. Actually, I don't think BET, but I think there's going to be black publications that are going to just open him up and act like nothing happened.
Yeah.
And that is so disappointing, but that's
they'll open up like he'll have bare interviews with different black hosts and things like that, presenters.
Yeah. And he's gonna try and clear his name. He's gonna go down the God route. Oh, I'm just a man of God.
Yeah.
But you
trying to be better.
See how that man is now gonna be using his Bible to twang everyone. That man is he's probably even practicing the Bible verses in that cell. I'm telling you that.
Yeah, I'm sure he's read all of them.
Himself to Jesus Christ.
I'm sure.
They persecuted Jesus. You wait.
But I feel like as well, even if it is true that he's reading the Bible and stuff, I feel like it was just out of boredom, or just to know what to say when you come out and like to prove to people that because you know a couple of verses. But You cannot trick me.
You cannot trick me. But
I'm
he
so
could
true.
trick a certain part of the black community.
Yeah.
Because you know how they are. He's going to come out, he's going to spit a Bible verse. He's going to say, yeah, ABC. They're going to start saying that, oh, we need to forgive as Christians, blah, 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 blah. It's the same thing that was happening. We didn't even talk about it last week, but the same thing that was happening with the whole Charlie Kirk thing. People were literally, I was actually shocked.
I was in shock.
I was shocked and disgusted at the amount of people that put everything, all the hateful things that man said to the side, but it was like, because he was a Christian, we just have to, obviously no one can condone what happened to him and the way, no, that's not what I'm saying here. But I'm just saying, like, it's like everything that he said, everything that he stood for was just pushed to the side, and they just pushed the fact that this man was a Christian and he quoted the Bible.
But the thing is,
he's talking,
and this is what annoys me about certain people. Even the devil knew the Bible. Like, just because someone says that they're religious, you have to look at their actions. Like, even I always say this as well. It even happens within the religious community as well.
Yeah.
People go on like they can trick God.
Yeah.
Like, because I'm tricking human beings, I can trick God. Like,
Yeah.
because I sit front row at church, I'm a good person.
Yeah.
But then how about the other days of the week when you're judging other people, looking down on them, making feel unloved, unwanted, all of this? God is seeing all of that stuff. That's why even in the so-called Bible, I'm obviously completely paraphrasing, but it says something along the lines of like, God will judge you based on your heart more than your actions, because your heart is the only thing that cannot lie.
Exactly.
So he will take someone, for example, who sins on earth, but he can see like their heart wants to be with him. They're yearning for him. They just may not know how.
Yeah.
Versus someone who knows every Bible verse, goes to every single Sunday service, but you're spewing hate and evilness to other people.
Yep.
Who do you think's going to get to heaven quicker? But because you think your actions are enough, you get gassed by that. But in reality, God sees right through you.
Right through.
And that's the only opinion that matters in this case.
Yeah.
And that's what I feel like with Charlie Kirk and with Diddy. Like, yes, two things can be true. A man can believe in God, but even his thought process when it came to the world was not godly.
Yeah.
At all.
Yep. And
this is why I know, although I do not condone him being killed, and my heart goes out to his children, and even the people who witnessed that, because that must have been extremely traumatizing.
Traumatizing, yeah.
But like, at the same time, you set your own fate.
Yep. You
were going around saying, I'm okay with there being some fatalities in order for the gun law to be a thing. Now look.
God used you as an example.
God used you. This is why the power of the tongue is a very strong thing. Like, people really underestimate that. God saw you and was like, oh.
Okay, cool. Say no more.
You keep using my name, but I know what you're really about. You're okay with other people dying?
Yeah.
Let's put you at the forefront.
Yeah.
And the very way that he's been talking about, God...
The irony, man. That
was insane.
That was mad.
Only God.
Yeah.
And then people will still be like, oh, it's not God because... Fam, sometimes God will hold a glass mirror right in your face and be like, you are not who you think you are. If you want to be with me, you need to change. I'm sorry, and that's what Diddy is going to do. He's going to try and manipulate us by using God, but God is going to see right through him.
Yeah.
And he needs to be careful because God is very powerful.
Yep.
No one on this earth is as powerful as God. So be careful what you're trying to do, because God will humble you. And he will allow everyone to witness it. Already, Exhibit A, even you being in prison, and now we know all your business about these freak-offs. But this was the first man, after Cassie's video came out, I'm going to get closer to God. I'm going to get my back.
It's so frustrating that that's the first thing that they run to.
I can't stand it.
People buy it. And I think they do it because they know that people are going to buy it.
Yeah.
People buy it every single time doing it. And it is so... I think it's one of the most frustrating things that I see with these men that do these things. Because it's like Diddy is going to manipulate his way back into spaces and whatever in the net. You're going to see that man doing talks at churches. I'm telling you, D.
Of course.
And they're going to bite. They're going to eat up every single word that he says. This is how people get into cults. This is how people get into because I always get into these holes about cults, right? Because I just find them fascinating that people actually, someone can wake up today and be like, in the name of God, I'm going to start a cult, and people will buy it.
Exactly.
And these people abuse women. They will sexually abuse women. They will sexually abuse children.
Yeah.
In just the name of God. And
even torturing.
Tarnishing God's name for that. Abuse. And people will buy it. Because a man has come and said, Jesus Christ, blah, 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 blah. And people will eat it right up.
But this is why as well, a lot of people who follow a religion need to also believe in their own discernment.
Yeah, that's what I was just
like,
about to say.
You can't...
discernment.
There's always going to be a group of people who are yearning for a leader. But you need to remember your leader is God. Yes, we have pastors and stuff who spread the word, but we shouldn't look at them like gods.
That's God, and that's where people
that's where you go wrong. If you start to look at another human being like a god, then you need to pray to God for discernment. Because this is why I always say it's much more important to have a personal relationship with God than it is to just go to church and do nothing about it. Because God, your personal relationship with God, God will give you that discernment and you will see things so clearly. So I feel like even in those aspects, everyone needs to build on their personal relationship with God if that's what you believe in. Like, believe in your own discernment. Let God speak to you and through you. And whatever God tells you to do, you do. But listening or going off of another human being's beck and call, I don't personally agree with. We could look for guidance, but whatever someone else says about God shouldn't just be the statement. Like, because my pastor said it is true, pray about it. That's why even after church, pray about the sermon that you've heard, about the message that you've heard. God, does this speak to me? If you wanted to speak to me, please make the signs clear so I know. At the end of the day, everything has to stem from your personal relationship with God. Everything else is kind of secondary. So and it's such a shame because people won't listen.
They don't. That is a word, Deontay. Like having your own personal relationship with God, discernment, wisdom.
Exactly.
Like those things are so important. I think people do this thing where they take their pastors to be God, and that's how they're able to manipulate people and twist it and turn it. And I think as well, people have this thing sometimes where they think like, oh, because a person doesn't go to church or go to religious establishment for any faith really, they think, oh, that person is disconnected and blah 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 and whatever. And I know that it is a requirement, but I do think having a personal relationship is so important.
Personal relationship is number one.
I always find that some of the worst people you can find are in church.
Hello.
The worst people, they are judgmental. They're some of the worst people.
Some of the most evil people I've ever met have sat front row
in church. Some of the stories I've heard from just speaking to friends, and they will tell you about like experiences that they've had in churches and how people have treated them. And it will be these people that will go to church every week. And it's just like, how can you go to church every week and claim to be this person of God and treat people like that in the name of God? Again,
because they're trying to trick God. They feel like, because I can trick a human, I can trick God. When really, God knows us even more than we know ourselves. Because a lot of the time as humans, we're in denial about ourselves a lot. God is the only one who sees us for who we truly are.
God knows our hearts. He made us.
He made us.
And this gave us free will, but he knows.
But this is why remaining humble is key. Like, yes, have confidence, but you also have to remember we're all born sinners. We're all going to make some type of mistake. We're all going to fuck up in some way. But it's about what you do with that mistake. Are you going to take it, ask for forgiveness and be better? Or are you just going to keep making the same mistake but say, oh, because I pray every day, it's fine? No. This is why religion is a lifelong journey. There's no destination that you will hit while you're alive. There will always be something new. Even when you read the Bible again and again and again. Do you know how many people I know, they've read the Bible over 10 times and they will still find things or messages that they didn't see the first 10 times? It's a lifelong journey. And unfortunately, as sinners, we'll never get to that peak of like, oh yeah, I'm perfect. I'm ready to get like, there's always going to be something. If God can give us grace, we can give each other grace. Do you get what I mean?
Definitely.
But yeah, man. Let's see how it goes tomorrow for P Diddy.
I'm actually kind of dreading that news dropping on the timeline because I just know it's going to be absolutely mad.
It's going to be
Everyone's
insane.
Gonna be, so many people are going to be vindicated, like, yeah, free. You're going to see people doing like, yeah, he's coming home. Yuck. It's going to be disgusting.
Mm-mm.
He's coming home. Yeah, Diddy's coming home. We'll be saying Diddy. Or you're going to see them videos of him coming out of jail, popping, but
Yuck.
It's infuriating. It's going to be so infuriating.
The way I'm just going to scroll past those things. The only thing I want to see is just the sentencing. After that,
I genuinely
don't want to go my thing.
Because it's just going to be an absolute mess. Young Miami's going to be gassed. That's going to piss me off even more.
She needs her sponsor.
Yeah, to be fair. Because since he's gone in,
where has she been?
Where's she been?
She
needs her sponsor to come back.
Yeah, man. But again, but learn to believe in your own source. You became the City Girls without him. Remember that.
City Girls are even done, man. I can't believe the City Girls are done.
No, but I knew that day was coming, man. The way they always used to bicker,
yeah. Do you know what?
I knew
It needed to be done. What a time when the City Girls came, man. That is a cultural moment, you know.
Yeah, that
City
was a
Girls.
time.
City Girls, and we were up.
Yeah.
You know the men always have their thing, like when you go out and men have the meat meals and they can all get gas. City Girls, as soon as you went dun dun dun,
yeah,
every girl was up.
It's true, man.
City Girls up, but they're down right now, man. Yeah, JT.
But again, it's even number one, their attitudes, and they need to get out of their hood mentality. Like,
yeah, man.
You can tell their mentality is so limited. That's why Young Miami feels like, well, I don't know, but the way she's moving is like she low-key needs P Diddy.
Yeah, man. So
you don't. You literally don't. I get it though, like you want to spend another nigga's money and not your own. I get it, trust me.
I hear it, and
I hear it.
I'm like, you know what, do what you got to do, but it's just.
But like, there comes to a point now where it's like, this was the perfect example. I had to be like, all right, let me look for another sponsor because this one is too much.
She's too whipped on him, man.
That's the thing.
Too whipped. It's very strange.
It's very strange, but let's see, man.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll come back to it in the next episode, guys.
Yeah.
And see what goes. So yours was 2 years. Mine's, I'm gonna go 14 months. That's my one.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, 14
we shall
months.
see.
Whoever gets the closest wins.